Your Honor, I would like to take this chance to openly apologize for my actions in this case. I take full responsibility and full remorse and regret, not because I was caught, but that I allowed my perspective and judgment to be so clouded by a number of issues that I chose to act the way I did toward. I have spent my life trying to help and serve others and do no harm, but I know I did harm by those actions, and I know I caused a great deal of damage to trust and relationships of many. First, I want to apologize to the courts, the prosecutor's office, and the police for using time and resources that should have never had to be used due to my poor judgment of that time. Next, I want to sincerely apologize to the community for my actions, which may have caused any difficult emotions to my former players and students and colleagues and others whom I served and worked with for acting in a way that hurt and damaged their trust in me and who I was and should have been. I am sincerely sorry. Next, I want to sincerely apologize to my family. My actions have caused my family much trouble on an emotional, social, and financial level, and I hope and pray that they'll be able to heal my time and my further counseling and progression moving forward. Next, I want to apologize to the family and friends of for any difficult emotions that my actions and choices may have caused, and hope they can heal from them. And finally, and most importantly, I deeply and sincerely apologize to for all anxiety, depression, stress, fear, and any other negative emotions and financial burdens which my choices and actions did cause. I sincerely regret and feel deep sorrow and accept full responsibility for that which I have done. I hope and pray that she will be able to heal from this and not have any lingering impact to her life. I know I am fully responsible, and I recognize I am responsible for the restitution that will be needed to help her. I have been in both individual counseling and group counseling, and I have learned a great deal how to perceive and react to emotional situations clearly and logically, and how not to react to situations like I did before, and hope to continue to learn and grow from this experience. I have been doing all in my power I can to repair the damage I have done. I am truly sorry and will forever regret my actions towards and will do all in my power to never act in a way that would harm others ever again. Thank you, Your Honor.
This is not a case of a career criminal. This is somebody that was actually very productive in the community, a role model, frankly, who did a lot of good things through his career. And so the sentencing isn't based upon that. That's more certainly of a mitigating factor than an aggravating factor. But I think what you look at for a case such as this, where you're doing a sentencing, as you look at the conduct and the damage that was left in the wake of that conduct, which is extensive, frankly immeasurable, was subjected to basically living a hellish life during this time frame that can't be, you can't repair that, you can't undo it. And so you deal with that, you look at the conduct and the outrageous nature of the conduct and how that affected those involved in that. As I go through the pre-sentence report and see the letters in support, I take that at face value. That's something I look at, I consider, and I look at this in this case and I say, this is a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde case, and I get a lot of letters who really support Dr. Jekyll, but I'm sentencing Mr. Hyde. I'm not sentencing Dr. Jekyll. It's the conduct that was just outrageous. Was it out of character? Yeah, I think it was. But man, was it persistent and obsessive and overbearing, and again, outrageous conduct, and it caused a lot of damages. Those are things that I have to look at as I sentence on this matter. The sentence on this will be 5 years, 1.5 fixed, 3.5 indeterminate. Next question is, okay, do I retain jurisdiction or go with probation on this? And I looked at the mental health evaluation and Dr. Landers, and agree with most of it. I don't agree with all of it. I think where he says, a rider's not gonna be therapeutic. It's gonna be more punitive than therapeutic. And number one, I kinda disagree with that. But number two, even if that's the case, then so be it. So be it, that there's a punitive element to this sentence. So you'll receive credit for time served on this. There'll be a fine of $1,000. Is there a motion for restitution, Mr. Crowler?
Yeah, it has not been filed at this point. I would ask for some time to finalize what we're going to file.
State will have 30 days within which to make a motion for restitution. Court costs and victims relief fund will be assessed at the standard amount. I will retain jurisdiction. Frankly, there's a couple of reasons, pretty profound reasons, I'm not comfortable with probation. I don't think that's a proper result to the actions and the conduct and the crime and the conviction. I get it that you get a felony criminal charge, and that's like a bucket of cold water being thrown in your face, and you come to your senses and say, what the heck was I doing? And you have a chance to review that and recognize the improper conduct, but does that wear off? I mean, is that permanent? Is that gonna change as time goes on? I don't know, and that's kind of what the rider program is for time for the dust to settle, to get some treatment, to get some program, to get some counseling, and assist me with a report on all of that as to what's gone on, how you performed, and whether or not you're a candidate